back in high school, I had a friend from Yemen. She met a man. This man played in her ear. Next thing she knew, she ended up getting pregnant by him, unwed. After that, her parents ended up sending her off to Yemen. Never heard from her again. Personally, me, never heard from her. Why do I say this? Now, I'm not making excuses. Yes, sex outside of marriage is not morally right. This is not in God's plan. However, God, the actual God, like God of the Bible, a triune God, there is mercy and grace and forgiveness. You know, we all fall short of the glory of God. You know, God the Father sent God the Son to die on the cross to take that upon us, to help us walk through that. And there's forgiveness and there's grace in that. There is none of that in Islam. Islam is a very shame, honor culture, and the ones that get the brunt of that shame, honor culture happen to be girls and women. They're the ones who have to suffer through it. It's even a saying within the Arab community. While they would say, oh, girls are a blessing, they would also say girls are a burden. And the main reason why they say girls are a burden is because they could lose their virginity outside of marriage. Now, do they say the same thing for dudes? Because that's also something that could be done. Like, dudes can lose their virginity outside of marriage. But there's no, I guess, what they would call evidence of that. And if that sounds really ancient and uncivilized, well, welcome to Islam. They are still stuck in the 7th century. Let's not forget that this is the religion where a husband, after he divorces her 3 times, he can, and then chooses that he wants her back, she needs to go marry somebody else and have him consummate the marriage and divorce her. I mean, like, what is a woman but a piece of flesh? There's no real actual honor for a woman in Islam, for a girl even in Islam. Now, with that being said, let me go read a short part of an article. Now, this is from Fox 13 Seattle, being reported in Washington. There has been a verdict that has been reached in the trial of a Lacy father and mother accused in an attempted honor of their own teenage daughter. Now, let's go read the backstory. The backstory is this. Ali was captured on video appearing to choke his 17-year-old daughter on the ground outside Timberline High School in October 2024. The assault happened after the teen ran away from home, claiming her parents planned to forcefully send her to Iraq to marry an older man. Multiple witnesses of the attack described seeing the daughter's eyes roll back as her father placed her in a chokehold. The victim's 16-year-old boyfriend attempted to intervene and was allegedly punched by the father, with another bystander eventually able to get the daughter to break away, according to court documents. Can we take a moment and thank God for the bravery of the 16-year-old boyfriend who attempted to help and protect his girlfriend from the savage that unfortunately happened to be this girl's father. The victim's mother, because that girl doesn't have mother or father that actually cares. The victim's mother, 40-year-old Zahra Ali, was found guilty of violating a protective order, but not guilty of second-degree attempted murder, second-degree assault, and second-degree burglary. The mother was accused of attacking her daughter in a similar manner and was also present during the attack. Court documents state the daughter previously reported abuse by both her father and mother prior to the incident. When I tell you, this takes bravery for this girl to do. This girl is brave. But here's some bad news, though, because They don't want to come out, the judge didn't want to come out as an Islamophobe. And mind you, there was video. Ali was captured, read that again, captured on video, appearing to choke his 17-year-old daughter on the ground. There's video of that. But a verdict has been reached in the trial of Lacy, father and mother accused of an attempted honor of their own teenage daughter, and the jury found the father, Ali, not guilty of second-degree murder. Think of that. Not guilty. They was like, no, we do not have proof of that. However, Ali was found guilty of second-degree and fourth-degree assault and unlawful imprisonment. I mean, can they not see what was going on? If there was evidence and proof that they saw this girl's eyes roll back, and there's been previous calls of abuse. Let me give you a little explanation of what happened here, because I suspect I know exactly what happened. Her father and mother found out she had a boyfriend, something that's normal for young teenage girls to want to have a boyfriend. Boys are attracted to girls, girls are attracted to boys, you get to know each other, and in normal ways, year 2025, this is how you get to know somebody. You get engaged, you get married, but nope. Within this culture, this Muslim culture from Iraq, you can't do that. A girl's not allowed to get to know a boy. A girl talking to a boy, let alone being able to have a boyfriend, is shameful. So they found this out and they were like, you know what? We can't control you. I'm going to go send you off to Iraq and marry you off to a man so I can get that burden of having an unwed daughter off my own shoulders and give you off to another man. Hence why, by the way, if you were just interested, why in Islam it's okay for you to marry off a girl the minute she gets her period. Because all of a sudden, okay, they see this as a red flag. She's going to start being attracted to boys. We don't want to have this burden. Let's marry her off really, really quick before she goes and she has sex outside of marriage and brings shame upon the family. Let's forget about the mental torture that this would end up causing this young girl. This is what happened here. She had the bravery and the courage to go and report abuse. Her father, with the mother still there, with him, went there and started to attack his own daughter, thinking that he's still in Iraq and not in the United States. Her boyfriend had the audacity and the strength to go to protect. He didn't run off like a little pansy. Which I would, all the power to this dude. And the father gets arrested, the mother gets arrested. And then, unfortunately, you think, because now we have video proof, that after the times that she has reported abuse in her house, she's gotten beaten in her house. How dare you talk to boys? You have a boyfriend. We're going to go force you to do this, which happens a lot. She can't take it anymore. She's not listening. The West has corrupted her mind. She's not submitting. How dare her have a mind of her own? It's either her father controls her, or if she has an older brother, her older brother controls her. And once that is done, we send her off, and then her husband controls her. And hey, in some places, it's okay for her son to control the mother if the father is not around. This is what happened. This is the mentality of what happened. And justice has not been served for her. How in the world, after being making calls and telling them, hey, there's abuse in my home, A, B, C, and D is happening. Now, finally, there's video proof. And then, oh yeah, he didn't attempt to go do these things. There's assault, but he didn't try to unalive her. Then what is the eyes moving back, and the choke? What was that? Just playing around? Having fun? Just a light pow-pows on the hands? That's what that was? There was no attempted unaliving? And sending overseas to get married? I'm like, hello, this is not something you guys, like, there's movies done about this stuff. That's based on true stories. This has happened. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I've known of similar things that happen. I personally had my butt, like, just because a boy called my name while I was walking home. And I didn't even answer him. Do you know why I didn't answer him? Because I didn't know whether or not my father and my uncle were in a car spying on me while I'm walking home from school. And lo and behold, he was following me home from school. He told me get in the car. I did not talk to that boy that was calling my name, but he knew my name. Why was he calling you? This is the mentality of these people. So imagine her actually having a boyfriend. This is how they are. Imagine her also feeling like she's being followed and there's no freedom. There's this shadow over her. As if you have no autonomy at all. You can't be normal. You're always walking on eggshells. Why? Because you are a Muslim girl raised in a Muslim house. And shame. And you're the one that can bring shame into the family. You are the one as a girl. You can have sons, but they can't bring the shame. It's the girl that could end up bringing the shame into the family. You think if she had a brother with a girlfriend, you think that would have happened? Do you think that would have happened? Do you think the father would have went and attacked his son for talking to a girl and having a girlfriend? If you answered no, you wouldn't have gotten in trouble. You answered correctly. Because of the double standards. Now, she has this going on. The shame right now that she may be feeling, I hope and pray that she is protected and she has a community of people around her. Because regardless, she's the shame of the family. All she wanted to do was be normal. No teenage girl should ever worry about this happening to her. And while justice has not been served in the earthly court, the God of the universe saw what happened. And he is a just God. And he hates seeing young girls being treated like this, as if they are nothing. See, the God of the Bible actually values women, values girls. We are also made in his image. And I pray that she would come to know him, to know that she can go and repent and turn to him and become his daughter. Her earthly father failed her, but she has a heavenly father that can guide her and protect her. Yes, mother and father over there, they can go and be saved. I pray for them, but my thought is on her. I also want to point out her bravery. One of the things that I like about the story, and yes, there is something that I like about the story, that it shows us what actually, like, it shows the universe, it shows the West, it shows the United States what many Muslim girls face here in the United States of America. Peace and grace.